Welcome, everybody. This is the Uncanny Omar. Welcome to New Year Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. Anyway, today we are going to be looking at the Marvel catalog, the full catalog from September of 2022 to December of 2022. But I can't take this ride alone, so I always invite friends. To my right is the Norwegian assassin, formerly from Wizard Magazine.
Yes.
Lars Pearson.
Formerly of Wizard, currently of Mad Norwegian Press. I am Lars Pearson. And I must apologize. On previous times we've done this, I get up very early. I go hard in the morning. And sometimes I've not had lunch. I flag a bit, especially when these go on very long. But this time I want people to know I've had a chicken sandwich. Okay. So I am ready to unleash hell.
Wow. Okay. We're just talking about Marvel catalog, man.
It's important. Right. It's important to stay awake for it. Yeah. And lunch is important. Everyone have lunch. Yeah.
Okay. This episode is not brought to you by lunch. And down below us is this fine gentleman, Curtis, from the Epic Marvel Podcast.
That's right. And I just want to let everybody know that I am 3 hours behind Lars, so I haven't had lunch yet. But I did have breakfast just recently. It was a nice bowl of apple cinnamon Cheerios.
Good. Well, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so yes.
Gross. You lost me at cinnamon.
How about you, Omar? What have you had for food today?
I didn't know that's what we were going to be talking about. I had a Zone bar and a shake. That's it. That's all I've had.
Okay.
I haven't had lunch yet.
Well, I am also prepared with a Mighty Mango Naked, okay? Because they say you are what you eat, and apparently I am naked. All right.
Well, let's not get crazy in this chat. Marcelo has had a quesadilla. I didn't know we were going to be talking about this. You lost me at cinnamon. You've heard me. Yes. Oh, what's up, Sugar Man? Hashtag Unleash Hell. It's good to see all these names here. How can you not like cinnamon? Why does everybody ask me that? There is something that I say about cinnamon, but this is not the AMA.
Right.
That's the Ask Me Anything. That's the after hours party. That's the only way I can describe what cinnamon tastes like to me. And for those of you curious, I am going to be holding an Ask Me Anything. It's part of our Patreon, and that will be tomorrow at, I think, 6 p.m. is what they voted for. Boy, I'm going to be toasty for that review of Moon Knight Volume 3 or Episode 3. Yes. So today, just like the DC Comics, we wanted to go ahead and look at the catalog for Marvel because a lot of you have been wondering when I was going to be doing this. And I was waiting pretty much for the dates to kind of be solidified. Like, there's always been a change. This week was Omnigeddon 2022, I believe. Some of the most, this is one of the biggest weeks of the year. So we are looking at the Marvel catalog from September to December, just like DC, and I will post a link in the description of the video where you can go and check out the catalog yourself, because now it's all public, it's all out there. We have new these are the latest dates and the most current content. Sometimes they don't have the content uploaded though, but we will try to remember from our heads what the content was. That's why I have Curtis here.
We should also just say that all of these dates are still subject to change. The publishing world is an absolute nightmare right now, and it's always in flux. It's always going to be changing. So a lot of these dates that they have set are probably also going to be different a couple months down the road.
Hopefully. And today was one of the, this week was one of those weeks that pretty much it was the perfect storm of collected editions. What happened is, docks are open. Okay, boats are like, let's get these freaking things out of our boats. We got to go get some more things with our boats. Cool. Then the docks are closed again. And then the distribution center gets all these books, and they're like, we don't have any room for these books. Get these books out of here. So then the retailers get the books, and they're like, oh my gosh, we have 8 Omnis coming in this week. This is insane. And that's really what happened. It wasn't because like the distribution center planned that, Marvel and DC planned it. It just so happened that, oh my God, everything was like just a perfect storm of all this to happen today.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll settle down at some point, but we're looking at dates even late in the year that, you may want to allow another 2 or 3 months for it to actually come out. I don't know. Maybe it'll settle down at some point.
The fact that it happened makes me think that I think we're heading in the, I don't want to say the right direction, but in the direction where, we're catching up with dates.
That's going to have to happen is things need to pile into 1 month, like a ton of stuff all at once to catch up to get everything back on track. So yeah, this is a good step in the right direction, but it's still going on. It's an ongoing problem.
All of these dates are subject to change. Sounds like my social life in high school. Thank you, Michael Edmond. And y'all can't be surprised at Omar lacking taste at this point. Thank you, Rebel by Design.
Whoa.
You know I like Dazzler, right? I thought we were cool.
I like that's how
you can have. Thank you, Kyle the Mighty, for setting her straight.
I like how you trot out Dazzler to prove that you're an arbiter.
She's like the biggest Dazzler fan. No Dazzler Omnibus for you. Omar, speaking of Omnis, I finally got a tracking number of that Spider-Man Omnibus I've been screwed around on. Good. I'm glad you got it, Hayden.
Well
Happy to hear that. Here's a shout out to Curtis for a great roundtable epic podcast episode about X-Force Executioner song. Epic. How was that epic?
Yeah.
You didn't invite me. How'd you do that?
I
you
guess
had Lars instead of me. Is that right? Is that what happened?
I'm saving you for an extra special episode. Extra special.
Extra special episode that he will soon make up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Omar, I can't tell you anything about it right now. It's a secret.
Omar, do you feel betrayed?
A little, yeah.
See,
a little. But yeah, we're gonna be looking at the catalog. So if everybody's ready, let's go ahead and get started. Look, totally in for a Dazzler Omnibus. I love it. All right, my man Hunter's on for that. What's up, Chris? How are you, buddy? Did someone throw cinnamon in your eye? Like, how do you hate that? Shut up, Josh. I cannot like cinnamon. But anyway, more power to you if you like it. I wish Marvel would republish anything from the Bendis era Avengers, Omni's complete collections. Maybe one day. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Curtis, Lars, let's do this. September to December. Let me know if that's big enough. I think this is what we had it before, right? Is that big enough for people? I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Yeah, so these are just going to be the direct market covers. They're not going to, because I see here like
these are standard edition covers.
Yeah, standard edition. Sorry, yes, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, standard edition covers. Yeah.
So we have the Black Panther by Christopher Priest Omnibus Volume 1 kicking off the month of September with September 6th, collecting Black Panther 1 through 33, the crossover with Deadpool, and material from Marvel Double Shot 2. Okay. Oscari Aurala. Thank you for that. All right, so people are saying, yes, it's big enough, enhance, it's good. One more zoom in. Okay, one more zoom in. Strong start. Well, let me look and see who else wants it bigger. Yikes. How to read comics the Marvel way. We talked about this last time.
We did, and it gave a friend of mine a paroxysm that all these years he's been reading Marvel comics the wrong way.
Has he been reading manga? Because that might be the wrong way.
Right. He's been reading Marvel manga style. Hopefully this will educate us all as to how to read Marvel comics.
Bigger is better. Is bigger better? That.
I'm told it's how you use it, but you know.
My gosh, Lars is on a roll when he has his.
I had a sandwich.
Mango juice. Hulk versus Thor: The Banner of War. This is the miniseries, or no, the event through Donny Cates' run.
Yeah.
So Banner of War number 1, Thor 25 and 26, and Hulk 7 and 8. Yes, I will put the link to the catalog in the description of the video like I always do. Marvel Studios Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This is the art of. And these are always like presented in like a widescreen format. They're not like your deluxe editions or omnibus editions. Continuing the mighty Marvel Masterworks, The Incredible Hulk Volume 2. Tales to Astonish 59 through 70. It's too big. Oh my gosh. I hope you're kidding. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, A Place in the World.
Okay.
And this is the graphic novel size. So they're smaller scale books. And
when does that TV show come out? It's probably around now, I think, right? Or not, around September?
Yeah, it's an animated show, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks really fun.
Yeah. I've lost track when it's coming out.
So we have the She-Hulk by Charles Soule, and it's Brian Pulido, I believe.
This is a reprint.
Yes, collecting She-Hulk 1 through 12 and Wolverine's 13 material from Gwenpool special number 1. Captain Carter. I can't remember if we talked about this or not. Collecting the miniseries Captain Carter 1 through 5.
They certainly got that out pretty quick after the show.
Yeah, spiraling out of the What If episode.
Yeah.
And the Miracle Man Omnibus. Keep in mind, there's going to be 3 covers for this.
3.
Collecting Warrior 1 through 18, 20 through 21, Miracle Man 1, 3, 6 through 16. And the issues that are missing 2, 4, and 5 are reprints. So that's why they're not in here. So this is pretty much the Alan Moore era of Miracle Man.
I am still torn asunder as to which cover to get because they're all
Which
good.
cover are you going to get, Lars?
I don't know. They're all good. They're all good, so I don't know.
Bye, baby. My wife called me. Everything is fine. She's like, sorry, I forgot. Predator, the original Years, Omnibus Volume 1. So let's see here. Collecting Predator 1 through 4, Predator 2, 1 and 2, Big Game miniseries, Cold War, Bloody Sands of Time miniseries, Bad Blood, Invaders from the Fourth Dimension, Dark River. Now, this is one that you two, this is when I left you guys, and you two were having this big debate.
Never going to live that down, right?
Based on a movie. What were you guys talking about when I left you here?
I've just never heard of Predator before, ever.
They have Predator in Canada.
Can you go back up? Can you tell me how many pages was the Miracle Man Omnibus?
Sure. 808 pages.
808. Okay, cool.
And the retail price is $100. Predator is 1,008 pages, $125.
Right.
So, there's Melanie saying hi, Curtis, and hi, Lars.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
hi, Melanie.
Hey, Melanie.
And she forgot I was doing a live. Don't forget to smash that like button. Only Melanie.
Right.
So this is the Dark Horse era of Predator, and I'm hoping this will lead us to the AVP Omnibus that I think a lot of us are expecting, because there were some miniseries that were left out of the Aliens Volume 4 Omnibus that would fit perfectly with the Aliens versus Predator Omnibus.
How much more solo Predator stuff is there? There's probably
I really don't think there's much, if any. I think everything else is because Predator was too busy fighting Batman and Judge Dredd, and I don't think those are going to be collected.
Oh,
was it Judge Dredd?
Okay, because the newest stuff in here looks like it's 1996, and I thought that they did Predator stuff after that, but it was all Alien related or crossover related, I guess.
I want to say, I don't know. I read a lot of the earlier Predator stuff. I don't remember the stuff, past the 90s. I don't know. Because a lot of it, I think, were crossovers, like I said, with Batman. There were 2 big crossovers with Batman. I want to say there was a Judge Dredd one, but maybe then people forgot about Predator and they focused more on...
There's one with Archie. Have you read Archie versus Predator?
Oh, right.
No, he fought Archie? I thought the Punisher
fought
Archie too.
Yeah, Punisher did. No, the Archie one is actually, it's brilliant. It's so incredibly brutally graphically violent, but in the Archie style. So it's like this weird cross between this weird style. I don't know. I really liked it. I thought it was great.
I've not read it, but I believe you, Curtis, that there was an actual Archie. Man, he's a troublemaker.
If you avidly watch Riverdale like Krista and I do, then the Predator showing up in Archie is a lot less surprising than it was.
Yeah, I guess so.
Predator versus Judge Dredd versus Aliens. Oh, see,
nice. Wow.
I don't think that kind of stuff will be collected ever, right?
Probably
Predator
not.
versus Archie, probably not either. Spider-Man 2099 Exodus. This is the series by Steve Orlando, and collecting Spider-Man 2099 Omega and Exodus 1 through 5. The
only thing that's slightly surprising here is that I believe this is for the anniversary, and I think Predator versus Cinnamon. And I don't know why they wouldn't have asked. If you're going to have an anniversary thing, I would think you'd want to ask Peter David to do it. I'm sure Steve Orlando will do fine. Peter would be the logical choice for me, but
Well, maybe Peter David was busy doing his new
Maybe he was
Fantastic
busy doing other
Four
stuff. Could be.
series, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It would. You're right, though.
He's also been having some health issues, hasn't he? Like liver
Yes,
issues and
he
stuff.
has.
Yeah.
And the book I get the most questions about, and I'll talk about why here in a second, is Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon Omnibus, 1,440 pages, $125. That's going to be a biggie. So the big question is, because of all the content in here, how is it going to be mapped?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people regard that Spider-Verse is one of the regarded as the worst mapped Spider-Man collection as far as the hardcover.
With good reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the fact they gave you like a reading order at the beginning, and then
I
it's
know.
not mapped that way.
That's the tragic embarrassment, is that up front they tell you correctly how to read it and don't present it in that order at all. And I am one of those individuals that I literally read it with 15 Post-it notes in there. I went through first to tag out the reading order, and then that's how I read it.
Well,
and that wouldn't be such a bad idea if it was like a smaller book. But if you like you have an omnibus, especially a huge fat omnibus, and you're like trying to flip back and forth to the first page constantly, it's like that's
horrible.
It's not as easy to do.
Horrible. Yeah.
I don't know how I don't know how it's going to be mapped, but I will be asking.
I am confident Marvel's going to get it right this time.
September.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Eternal.
I don't know. I honestly don't know when the process of when the mapping starts. I think that's one of the last things they do after choosing the video, the content. But I will be asking, because I know I get asked a lot about this. So here's hoping. Spider-Verse, Spider-Man. This is the Marvel verse. I assume it's a Marvel verse book just based on that. So let's see what it collects. Amazing Spider-Man 51 through 52, Master Plan 1, Reptilian Rage 1, Man Material from Marvel Action Origins #1. Love that cover of Crimson Empire, man. So Star Wars Legends Epic Collection, The New Republic. Curtis, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, oh man, the content's not there. I can't even say. This is actually
some of the... You memorized all the content.
This is some of the earlier Dark Horse stuff. I remember when the Crimson Empire stuff came out way back in the day, and it made quite a splash because those guys' outfits are really, really awesome, and it's great to see them in the movies, the newer movies that came out recently. But yeah, this is another Empire. They just keep on trucking along. This is the era of Star Wars that's the largest. This
is how people get canceled, Wognado. Omar hates cinnamon. Omar hates Mexican hot chocolate. Omar has strong feelings about Mexican.
Oh man!
I'll say one thing about America Chavez, and everybody jumps my grill. Venom, Lethal Protector. I don't think we got to announce this one yet. But my wife loved it. Like, she loved the first issue. This is David Michelinie, the co-creator of Venom, coming back and doing a new miniseries in 2021, Lethal Protector. So, really cool. Now, she actually has the first issue over there. She was making me read it. And I was like, I'll wait for the trade. Omar hates Mexicans. This is what we're going to jump to. This is what I mean, Wognado. What If Miles Morales, collecting What If Miles Morales 1 through 5. So I guess it's different stories in each of the issues.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a what if Miles Morales were a different superhero in each one of them, I think.
Oh. Okay.
And Amazing Spider-Man's by Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. Volume 1, kicking off a new era of Amazing Spider-Man, issues 1 through 5. What did we decide, that it was the 5th time he came back to Spidey? Is that correct?
I think that's right.
At least.
Yeah. Okay.
A long list.
He just won't stay away.
That is crazy. I think he has drawn him every decade for the last 4 decades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Carnage #1. This is, oh, dang, look at that. You got Ty Templeton, Ram V, and Philip Kennedy Johnson collecting Carnage 1 through 4 and Carnage 30th Anniversary Special #1.
So I have yet to read this one, but I don't know. Ty Templeton is a writer and an artist. So I'm wondering if he's, because I love Ty Templeton way back because he worked a lot on the old Batman animated series comics, and those were fantastic. He is such a great a great writer and really gets to the heart of like personal conflict and that kind of stuff. And I think he would be really well suited for Carnage and bringing a more personal or human approach to that character. So I'd check this out for sure.
You got Curtis's seal of
Oh,
approval.
I haven't read it yet, but you have my Ty Templeton seal of approval.
Fantastic Four Volume 11, Reckoning War Part 2, continuing Dan Slott's run. Carlos Pacheco back on art. I love Carlos Pacheco.
Yeah.
That looks like Paco Medina on cover art. No, that's Pacheco. It's just his style has changed so much.
Yeah, he did Fantastic Four back
Yeah.
in the Claremont run in Heroes Return, right? Or was that post
I think
Claremont?
it was after Claremont. He did. He was co-writing it with Jesus Merino and Jeff Loeb.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right.
Venom by Al Ewing and Ram V, Volume 2, Deviation, collecting issues 6 through 10. So I guess Al Ewing is still co-writing this. Okay. Curtis has just convinced me to give it a chance. I don't like Carnage. All right, there you go, man.
Well, don't hold it against me if you don't like it because I haven't read it yet.
No, you can totally hold it against Curtis because
No.
she holds everything against me. Omar, next year your epic reprint poll should include a question about most wanted epic line. Oh, interesting. The epic reprint poll, I've got the numbers. I've already sent them to Marvel. I'll be doing that video probably Sunday. And I'll be happy to share that number with Curtis too. No, you know what? Forget Curtis. I'm only going to share it with Lars.
Yeah, cut him right out. I mean, for God's sake.
What?
New Mutants by Vita Ayala, Volume 3. Oh, look at that cover. Lionel Francis Yu? Yep, Lionel Yu.
Yep.
What is going on, Maddie? Look at that throne and magic all in shackles. 25 through 28. Avengers Epic Collection, the Collection Obsession. This is a reprint, right, Curtis?
Yep.
All right, tell us the content.
I haven't got all memorized. No, Avengers 334 to 344, and there's all of these annuals are part of an annual story about the subterranean wars, all of the underground communities all fighting against each other. And one of the things I like about that is Peter Sanderson writes a really nice backup story in all of those annuals that explains how all of the subterranean groups came to be and how they all kind of relate to each other. So I thought that was really nice.
So the thing that I always like to remind people about the way annuals are collected in Epic Collections is that if this crosses over, for example, with Iron Man and Namor and Avengers West Coast, it's only going to contain that part of the crossover. It's not going to contain those backup stories found in those annuals. It will only contain the backup stories from the title annual, which is, in this case, Avengers. So,
right.
This is funny. Where is Hayden's comment? The Collection Obsession. Did Marvel just call us all out? They really did. Really did. Tiger Eyes. I need to get with Tiger Eyes about the most wanted Omni. I think top 50 is what we're doing. Hulk Grand Design, Jim Rugg. I saw that Mondo is selling posters of this too.
I'm looking forward to this one. He's been sharing some of the pages and the art, and I just love the style because it's so, I don't know, just like more underground than what Marvel usually does, and I like it when Marvel branches out like that.
Yeah, like Grand Design was great by Pisker, and this is his buddy.
Yeah.
This is his co-host on with Kayfabe, their YouTube channel.
Yeah, comics Kayfabe.
It's Jim Rugg, so I can't wait for it too. Marvel Masterworks, Volume 24 of the Fantastic Four, collecting Fantastic Four 258 to 268. Alpha Flight 4. Oh my goodness, this is nothing but John Byrne. Oh goodness. Thing number 10 and material from Thing 7, as well as material from Marvel Fanfare number 15 and Fantastic Four Special Edition number 1.
Making us feel old, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah, I felt old when I was opening up the Mutant Massacre.
That just came out, didn't it? Yeah.
By the way, I really need to do a Mutant Massacre, more of a thorough look at it, because my brain is mush and I have been preparing for this week for so long. there were so many books. Like I think a total of like 20 something books that I was reading at the same time. But Mutant Massacre, I only compared it to like four or five pages to the omnibus, but it's been fully restored for the Masterworks. Like the way it looks.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm sure it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Even the color correction is better. Moon Knight Epic Collection, Butcher's Moon. This is the one that I believe this is volume 4, right, Curtis?
This is new.
Yep, that's right.
And dives into the early years of Chuck Dixon's era of Moon Knight, correct?
Yeah, so it
More
has
Spectre?
the Fist of Khonshu miniseries, which you can see one of the covers for here by Bill Sienkiewicz. Very, very nice cover. And then, then it dives into the first several issues of the Mark Spector Moon Knight series from the 90s. Which this was the biggest question. One of the biggest questions for Epic Collections is, will the Moon Knights continue on past the original run? And it's been a few years since the release of Volume 3. So now we have a Volume 4, of course, timed with the release of the TV series. So, well, not that. Did I miss any of Curtis's hot takes?
He always
many hot takes.
I like cinnamon. That's my hot take.
The hot take is that he loves Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, and
That's true.
why he's
I really
getting
do.
a complete collection, Volume 2.
Yeah, this one was delayed a lot, and it's finally coming out.
Right?
It's been delayed over a year.
Over a year, yeah. It was supposed to come out in 2020.
Oh, then yeah.
But look, Curtis,
a long time.
Wait no longer, because
But this is great.
20th.
These are rare stories as well, because the Marvel Tales which was Spider-Man reprints, they always had a backup story for the issues that only had 17 pages throughout the 70s. They needed to expand their page count, so they put Peter Porker Spider-Ham backup stories in all of those, and they're all going to be collected in this book, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yes.
When they announced the Spider-Verse movie, the people in my life thought I was insane because I was like, please have the Spider Pig. Please have the Spider Pig. Please have the Spider Pig. And, they thought I had completely lost it, that this was somehow important. But it is. It is. And
it is.
And he's great. He was great.
You two are crazy.
Oh, come on. Says the guy who doesn't like cinnamon.
We live in a world where there's a Spectacular Spider-Ham Complete Collection Volume 2. And no Man of Steel Omnibus. I always say that. But Marvel doesn't print Man of Steel, so I will continue. Reign of X Volume 16. Let's see what the solicits have it. Cable Reloaded #1, X-Men Trial of Magneto. So it does contain Trial of Magneto. 3 through 5, and Wolverine #14. What is this nonsense? 2023 is the 35th anniversary of Spider-Man. We need an omnibus.
I think it's true.
Yeah, when Lars was saying Spider Pig, all I kept thinking about was Homer's song of Spider Pig from the
I love that song. Great song.
I'm actually not acquainted with that. Okay.
The Halcyon Legacy. Is that correct? The Star Wars, Ethan Sachs. What is this? Sorry, Star Wars. Wolverine patch, but this is
on my to read list. I've not gotten around to it, but it seems to be just Larry Hama, having another go at Wolverine.
And it's patch.
Yeah, it's patch in the
Report, right?
There's Tiger Lily. Report days.
Tiger Lily.
I'm loving all of these.
Go ahead, Kurt. Sorry, I got excited. So Larry Hama and Wolverine.
I'm loving all of these retro stories that they're pumping out here. It's so great.
Kind of like the X-Men Legends that have been coming out.
Yeah, like the Symbiote Spider-Man and the new Fantastic Four, Lethal Protector. I'm loving it. Going back
it's on my list. I've not gotten there. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that era. The era that Chris Claremont started, and Larry Hama, honestly, well, no, he did take Wolverine back a couple times. Gosh dang it, what the heck was her name? Tiger something, right?
Tiger.
It was
Tiger.
I said Tiger Lily. That's from Peter.
Yeah, it was Tiger.
Thank you, Tapsy Logic. Tiger. That's who it was. Wait a minute, but then Howard's... Never mind. That's a spoiler. X-Men Red by Al Ewing. So Sword is gone.
The first issue of this was, I think that's all it's out, was some of these solicits are way ahead of these series.
Right.
I really enjoyed the first issue of this. I thought it was very good.
Really quick. Geeky Mama Bear question. I'm fairly new to comics and just recently fell in love with the Omnis. I started buying them like crazy because of the FOMO was strong. Yeah, don't let FOMO win. How do I go about knowing which books I should buy first? Buy the book you want. Buy the book that you want to buy. No, don't buy a book because you have a fear that it's going out of print. But buy it because you want to read it. Like so I don't know. Like, for example, like this month or this week alone, we had like 8 Omnis coming out.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that I would prioritize over others. Like for me personally, because I love, like, if I had missed out on Gotham Central, I would have bought that or War of the Realms. I love the art in War of the Realms, so I would have bought that. Captain Britain is a must because it's got the expanded stuff with the Chris Claremont and all the non-Alan Moore stuff in there. But that's just me.
Well, speaking as the poor fool who was a price guide manager, just make a list of the books you enjoy and the books you want, and then just prioritize the ones that are in print. Trying to guess which ones are going to go out of print quickest, that can be really difficult.
It is. Absolutely.
Sometimes if it's a lesser title, like, again, I'm a big Legion of Superheroes fan. I presume that the Legion ones might not stay in print because Legion doesn't sell as well. They might not print as many. But otherwise, trying to guess which one's going to go out of print can be really tough. Just prioritize. If it's in print and you want it, get it.
Curtis, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's hard to say. There's so many different factors. Like, let's use the Legion of Superheroes. Yeah, it might go out of print and not come back because it's not as popular, but then it also might stick around for a long time because not as many people are buying it.
It's not selling as fast. Yeah, could be.
Whereas, something like Fatal Attractions will sell out right away again or something like that. But then that one's going to have a reprint. So it's like, maybe you don't need to buy that one right away. Yeah, it's a big guessing game, but I think you're right. It's like, focus on the stuff that you really want to actually read first, and then find out which of those ones are in print and get those ones, because then you'll enjoy the book fully rather than trying to find that.
Okay, well, then there's a problem. I love everything.
I love everything. Well, you have a lot of catching up to do then.
Buy them in alphabetical order.
Right, yeah. In a world where there's probably more than you can conceivably buy. Again, just focus on what's in print, because it's true. When it goes out of print, the price, you can't get the online discounts anymore. Price is probably going to double, if not triple. So
the only thing I can add is if you're looking for reprints, those usually have a smaller print run. And I say usually just based on the case of like Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman. Both volume 1 and 2 are out of print at the distribution center. So whatever retailers have, that's it. Epic collections, when they go out of print and they come back into print, they tend to go out of print pretty quick, especially if it's a popular character like Spiderman. So unlike Legion of Superheroes, being a popular character doesn't help when it's a reprint.
Yeah.
And it's not just usually, it's always the case that reprints are never as big of a print run as the first printing.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a new publisher is taking on the book for the first time with a brand new edition or something, but that's not going to happen with Marvel.
No.
Let's see. Secret ballot results should be out next week. Both of the secret ballots. The top 20 most wanted Marvel Epic reprints, and then I think Tiger Eyes top 50. So yes, I'm really looking forward to this. I love Al Ewing. I was sad to see Sword go, but glad Stefano Caselli is joining him for X-Men Red. So are we going to have X-Men Blue and Gold again?
Well, X-Men Red is because this one takes place on Mars. And it deals with Storm's oversight of Mars, which is a weird concept, of course.
Red. Got you. Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Thorsten, for reminding me about the Essential Library video. Yeah. Then people can be like, why did this guy add Avengers The Crossing Omnibus to his Essential Library? Conan the Barbarian, the Epic Collection, the original Marvel years, Vengeance is Ascalon. Curtis?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it either. That's part of the fun of reading Conan. When I did a Conan podcast, the phrase that came out constantly was, how do we pronounce this? Because you kind of have to make it up. Even the name Conan, some people say Conan and others say Conan. So I'm like, you just gotta say whatever. But this is collecting 72 to 88 of the classic Marvel Comics series from the 70s. we're at volume 6 and we're not even at issue number 100 yet. So this is taking a long time to plow through of a series that went over 275 issues. So it's going to take a long time.
Wait your turn, okay? Look. Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel years, volume 9. So you're going to get there.
Yeah,
Kurt.
this, on the other hand, is just
Collecting
plowing through.
Conan the Barbarian 214 to 240. What If number 16. Wow. Hey, this is crazy. 704 pages.
Absolutely nuts.
Look at that Jim Lee. Jim Lee on the cover of Conan. We've gotten there. This is, of course, the standard edition. Scott Williams on inks. That's crazy. Val Samaix, Michael Higgins, Jerry Conway, Ron Lim. Savage Sword of Conan, the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 8. Collecting issues 102 to 116, Marvel Super Special 35. I don't think I've announced the Volume 9 yet, so no word on that. This one's 1,056 pages, $150. I think the previous volume, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Volume 7 is also 150.
How many issues did that one go, Savage Sword?
Almost as many as Conan, the original Marvel.
Really? It was over 200? Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it was over 200.
And the page count's way bigger on that, too, so there's a lot more.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's going to take... I'm hoping that they finish it, but it went 235 issues. Some of those were reprints later on, though. I do remember that. I don't know if they remained as big.
That is a lot of Conan.
You better like your Barbarian. Spectacular Spider-Man. Curtis, I know this breaks your heart.
Well, it gives me hope that we will be seeing some epics pretty soon. But yeah, I'm thrilled that there's an omnibus about this for all of you omnibus collectors.
Best comic book live chat on YouTube right here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We humbly accept your praise. Well, except for Curtis. He's an egomaniac, but we humbly accept your praise.
Hope to go all the way with Savage Sword. So 235. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, there you
Volume
go.
7 is 150. Hence why I don't buy more omnibus. I'm so sorry, Josh. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a lot of Conan Savage Sword. So, yes, Spectacular Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1, 928 pages, $125. Collect the issues 1 through 42. So if you have that Roger Stern Spidey Omnibus, this lines up. So nice.
I like how in the description it says this is painstakingly restored. I wonder what kind of what kind of stuff they had to work with.
Wait, this is still Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Surely it was restored for the Masterworks editions.
Well, keep in mind, whenever they did the Masterworks also of like Fantastic Four, they restored everything for Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 2.
Because they found new, better material to
use. So if they find new, better scans or new, better like archives, rather,
I understand.
Like Corey will go and painstakingly restore everything, and that's not downplaying it.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to compare this to the Masterworks to see what the difference is.
Oh, and people will.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any of those. I don't have any of the Masterworks. I don't think left. I think I've given them all away. But very cool to see that. Gwen verse. So Tim Seeley collecting Gwen verse 1 through 5.
Great cover.
Yeah.
That is a very good cover. Yeah.
Oh, she's dressed as Honey Badger. She will forever be Honey Badger. I don't want to hear this scout nonsense. Strange #1, Belong to Death. This is Jed McKay, who also wrote Death of Doctor Strange. And it looks like we have a new Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange died. Collecting issues 1 through 5 of this new series. I assume that, I don't know, I haven't read it. I assume that's Clea.
I think it says so.
It looks like Clea, yeah.
Does it say so in the description, Curtis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Venom Epic. Okay, Curtis, take it away. Venom Epic Collection Carnage Unleashed. What is this, Curtis? What are we looking at?
This is volume 5 of the Epic Collections, continuing Venom's ongoing series from the 90s that was actually disguised as a lot of mini-series. Carnage Unleashed. I don't know what the other ones are. For some reason, it's not giving us the contents here either. But we were wondering though, because this is they released volume 1 and 2, and then
Oh
they skipped
yeah.
ahead to volume 5. Because volume 3, now that we have volume 5, we can do the mapping for volume 3 and 4. So volume 3 of Venom Epic Collections is going to be Maximum Carnage in its entirety. And since they just did a Carnage Epic Collection with Maximum Carnage in its entirety, they didn't want to double dip on us too soon after that. They're just going to wait a little while before they make us buy that crossover for a third time in the Epic Collections.
Wolverine, back to the basics. This is volume 2 of the Wolverine Epic Collection. This is a reprint and collecting issues 17 through 30. Wolverine, Nick Fury, the Scorpio Connection, the Jungle Adventure, which is worth the price of admission. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I love the Jungle. That's Mike Mignola, Walter Simonson.
It is, yeah. With
Omar,
Apocalypse.
I'm for some reason currently reading all of the post-crisis Batman, and I'm currently at Night Quest and reading Grayson Nightwing. Is there a recommended reading for this era? I have a Batman reading order on the. If you click on the playlist, you can check out the Batman reading order. Most people will probably tell you stop reading Nightfall. I'm not. I'm a completist, and I like to say keep going. But yeah, you're about to hit some good stuff, man. You're gonna hit Contagion and then Legacy, and then No Man's Land. You're in for a treat.
But by completist, you mean masochist. You mean
I'm reading X-Men. Of course, I'm a masochist.
You mean that you wind up reading garbage that a sane person be like, yeah, I don't read that.
How dare you?
What?
Chuck
Is that really that controversial of a statement?
Chuck Austin's run on X-Men? I'll reread it. At least it's got at least
think of your children, Omar. Think of your children.
Yeah, Ron Garney on artwork. Who else? Kiasa Mia on artwork. Philip Tan on artwork. So
and if you're only looking at the pictures, that's great. But you might have to read the stupid thing. It's kind of like there's certain movies that are actually very until the actors start speaking, and then it's
not every episode of Doctor Who was gold either. Okay.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know, and I'm man enough to admit that.
That's right. Well, I'm man enough to tell you I'm gonna reread all my X-Men. Captain Marvel Volume 8. This is the I'm sorry, I skipped out because I was discussing. I was so insulted by Lars' comment about my X-Men. Black Panther Legends. I assume this is a retelling of his origin, and I'm sure they're gonna wrap Storm into that origin. Captain Marvel Volume 8, The Trials. Kelly Thompson's run on the. Who's on the cover?
Yeah, it's good.
That's. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
A lot of different Captain Marvel.
Is that RB Silva, I think, on the cover?
Yeah, it is.
Legacy.
Yeah. Legacy. I was going to say that too. Legacy's on the cover.
I love that character, man. So Captain Marvel 37 to 41. Immortal X-Men #1. Look at that last summer.
Yeah. Okay. So they're selling like comic book storage boxes with that art on it.
Mark Brooks, man.
And I bought one. I don't even need it. I don't even need it. I mean, you can put things in it, but I don't need to put things in it. I just thought the art was really cool. So, yeah.
Omar would buy a Chuck Austin X-Men.
Yeah, you know he would.
You know I would. Millie the Model, is greater than Conan the Barbarian. Wow. Dude, you have a Carnage avatar. Millie the Model? Okay.
Anyway, I've read issue 1 of this, and it was really good. And I don't even know if issue 2 is out, but I read issue 1.
Okay, so is this replacing X-Men, or is this a new series?
No, they still have a regular X-Men team. This one concerns the Quiet Council that rules Krakoa and the characters therein, who have had a bit of a shakeup recently coming out of Hickman's departure.
Wait a minute. When did Death join the Quiet Council?
No, Death is not literally on the council. It's a weird choice. I guess there's
chick, man. Why is she there? And what happened to Magneto? Never mind.
No, that one's good. I am greatly relieved that they just have Magneto's helmet. Because having Magneto twice, let's not do that.
Gillen's back writing X-Men.
Yeah, no, it's Kieran Gillen. It's really good.
That makes me happy. Collecting Immortal X-Men 1 through 6. That makes me happy. Look at that Mark Brooks cover, man. Damn.
Yeah, fantastic.
That dude is talented.
Yep.
Look at all these mask laying, look, throwing clues out there. Magneto's helmet.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Huh.
Why are they all eating bugs?
You're going to find out in about 30 years when this is an Epic collection, Curtis. Speaking of epics, Incredible Hulk Epic Collection, and now the Wolverine.
That's right, the Herb Trimpe and Len Wein era, or this is the beginning of the Sal Buscema era of Incredible Hulk, and it of course has the first appearance of Wolverine in it.
Cancel Mark Brooks. This was clearly traced from Da Vinci.
It's true. It's true. Da Vinci has a good lawsuit going there.
Did Brooks at least put after Da Vinci on there somewhere on the signature?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe. I think we all know where.
Don't take him to Twitter. But yes, this is collecting issues 179 to 203, Hulk Giant Size 1 and Marvel Treasury Edition 5. Man, I'm glad that they didn't put my dude on the cover, though. That makes me happy. We get enough of that cover to 181.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they went with another cover. Knights of X. So this is a follow-up to Excalibur. So after Excalibur wraps up, the story leads into Knights of X. This is Teenie Howard continuing her story with Bob Quinn. So it looks like Shatterstar. Is that still Richter, I assume?
Yeah, I don't even think this is out yet.
Megan, Rachel, Gambit, and the chick from, what is her name from Araco? And of course, Captain Britain.
Yeah.
I've only read the final issue through trade paperback. Marauders also getting a relaunch. This is by Steve Orlando. That cover is awesome.
Read issue 1, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yep.
Steve Orlando, huh? He's hit and miss with me, so I'm glad to hear that it's good. So who do we have here? Decan, Tempo,
him, Kitty, Aurora, Bishop, Tempo, and someone and then a new one.
The new one.
Someone I'm forgetting. Yeah.
Huh. Psylocke, though.
Oh, it's Psylocke, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who? I'm trying to figure out who this Moon dude is. Anybody know in the chat?
I think he might be a new one. I was embarrassed to say I didn't know who he was either.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up, and it seemed like he might be a new one.
A new one. A new mutant.
Yes.
Top of the afternoon to you. The Inhumans bomb. Boy, that's an understatement.
Wow.
Mighty Marvel Masterworks. The Black Panther Volume 1. Love that. We got this. Actually, we put the covers on our social media. That was great.
Good cover.
Michael Cho killing it with those standard edition covers. Collecting Fantastic Four 52 to 53, 56. Tales of Suspense 97 through 99. Captain America 100. Avengers 52, 62, 73, and 74. And Daredevil 52, as well as material from Fantastic Four 54. So this is, man, they're doing this like the epics, huh? Like pretty much it's the chronological appearance of T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, actually. They that they didn't do that for the epics.
What, they didn't? Oh no, the Omnibus did that. That's right. You're right. At this moment, I just want to remind people to hit that like button. It helps with our YouTube algorithm and our channel keep growing, please. My kids are loving this. We're about to review the Daredevil Volume 1. My daughter was so confused. She was like, I thought Daredevil was blind. Why can't he see? My wife had to explain what origins are. Moon Girl. This is Moon Girl to be determined. So I assume a new series. So Spider-Man and Moon Girl to be determined. Avengers Moon Girl to be determined. And X-Men and Moon Girl TBD. Unless TBD stands for something else. But I'm pretty sure it's to be determined.
I like that having no comprehension of what origin stories are. It's like, why is Batman a little child?
What happened to Batman's parents? Oh, man. Wakanda World of Black Panther Omnibus. This is collecting a bunch of the miniseries during Ta-Nehisi Coates' run on Black Panther. 1,376 pages, $125. The Best Marvel Stories by Stan Lee. Again, we're only seeing the standard edition cover, but this will have 2 covers. And this collects just his favorite stories, what his friends and colleagues consider their favorite stories with Stan Lee. He would have turned 100 years old. So I think it's a good way to celebrate the man.
I like that they have a bunch of lesser known titles in here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
Let's
the
talk
iconic
about that.
ones.
I was gonna say it got 896 pages, $100. But you're right. For the first time ever, we're gonna have some stuff collected in here, like
Mystic Comics
Mystic
number
Comics,
6.
Life with Millie. I assume that's Millie, the model number 100.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you think of Stan Lee, you don't immediately think of Our Love Story.
And I think of
Right.
things
Or
like I
Rawhide
would
Kid.
love Rawhide Kid, like an omnibus of that Western stuff.
Yeah,
That
and
would
I'm
be
glad they put some of the Amazing Spider-Man newspaper strip in there because Stan did that for a long time.
He did do that.
Oh yeah, he did.
And
Who-
also
was it-
the
Was
sorry, go
John
ahead.
Romita the artist? on
He
that?
was the artist for a few years on it, and then it
Yeah.
was also Larry Lieber and Fred Kita.
So it appears that the Stanley Treasury had most of the Omni material.
Okay.
And that was the big book that they were selling, right? Like the Platinum editions at the time, like X-Men Platinum or Wolverine Adamantium. Is that right? Treasury?
Yeah.
Deadpool Epic Collection, Mission Improbable.
This is volume 2 in the series.
Yep, that is an Ed McGuinness cover here from the Joe Kelly run of Deadpool. Collecting Wolverine 88, X-Force 47 through 56, Deadpool 1 through 9. That's the ongoing Joe Kelly series. Annual 97 and the material from Wolverine Annual 95. I'm so sorry, Curtis, I cut you off. What was it?
So they just did the Joe Kelly Complete Collection Volume 1, and then they decided to scrap that and then do these epic collections. So they're kind of starting again. But what they're doing with the epics is they're taking the Deadpool Classic and the Deadpool Classic Companion, and they're putting them all together into one line. So it's kind of reprints from both of those lines all together here.
And if you have the Omnibus editions, they're also collected in the Omnibus format. But you have to have like Deadpool Beginnings and then Deadpool by Joe Kelly. Incredible Hulk Epic Collection Fall of the Pantheon. Back to print, 496 pages. This time around, $44.99. Believe the first printing was $39, if I'm not mistaken, or was it one of the $34.99?
I have the other room. Yeah, it was a little cheaper.
It was 52 in Canada.
Yeah, this and I think Dale
Sorry.
Keown segment of Incredible Hulk are the two best patches of Peter David's run in the title. I found this run to be unmissable when it came out.
I think Keown was gone by this time. Not to.
Oh yeah. No, this is mostly Gary Frank.
Yeah, Gary Frank and then Liam Sharp took over the run.
Yeah.
Man, I just saw a tweet from Liam Sharp talking about the time he was drawing this. Did you all see that?
Yeah,
like how depressed he
yeah.
was?
Yeah.
And how he how
silently
down he
suffering.
Was. Man, think about that. Like, how many artists are like that. Tales to Astonish #1, Incredible Hulk versus Venom #1, which I think was a mail away, if I'm not mistaken, and Incredible Hulk 420 to 435.
Right.
What is Legion of X?
Okay. Legion of X, I believe, is the follow-on from the Way of X.
Way of X. Okay.
Which Way of X centered on Nightcrawler and a little bit on Legion, who's Xavier's boy. This is the follow-up. What's weird is I believe there was an in-house ad claiming that this was going to be titled Legionnaires. And I was like, how can you do that? I was like, DC has a series called Legionnaires. I'm not sure that's going to work. And sure enough, it's been retitled Legion of X. I don't think this is out yet. So who knows?
Every time Omar mentions something is also collected in omnibus format, Curtis looks like he dies a little.
And an angel cries. Yes.
What was not my intent. I love Curtis. I love Epic Collections.
It's not your intent, but it may be a nice benefit of it.
I just like to point out the obvious. Marvel Masterworks that Omnis are better than Epic Collections. Marvel Masterworks, Ghostwriter Volume 4. We're getting our first epic of this, and now here is issues 36 through 50. That's it. Then we just got to the end of Ghostwriter.
No.
It went to like 80 or something.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It
How the heck did Ghostwriter go that long? I really thought it was like issue 50.
What you might be fooled because there were so many like secondary titles from around that time that did not last long. Moon Knight, Spider-Woman, Miss Marvel, all those. But Ghostwriter actually did. Yeah.
Wow, Ghostwriter went all the way to 8. That's all. I've never read some of that stuff. Then.
These must be selling because they're pumping them out awfully fast, and there's not even a Ghostwriter movie or TV show.
I think once
it's an anniversary of the character and they're doing a big Ghostwriter story this summer.
Okay.
To tie into that.
If they would reprint the Ghostwriter by Jason Aaron omnibus, I would find that quite helpful. But yeah.
No, Lars. We need a Howard Mackey Ghostwriter Omnibus.
I prefer Jason Aaron, but that's just me.
What? That's blasphemous, dude. Danny Ketch or go home.
Is it? But is it?
Yeah, because then it has that ridiculous Daniel Way miniseries. All they needed, honestly, if they expanded, I'd get it again for that stupid Daniel Way miniseries that I don't even like, but it's got the artwork in there. Curtis, Johnny Blaze, Robbie Rodriguez, or is it Robbie Rodriguez? I think that's his name? Or Robbie Reyes, sorry.
Robbie Reyes, yeah.
Robbie Reyes or Danny Ketch for you?
It's gonna be Danny Ketch for me as well, but I mean, I've never really followed Ghostwriter that closely, but that is the one who was in my cultural zeitgeist, when I was growing up reading comics.
Thank you, Aiden. Aiden saying Ghostwriter went to issue 81. Who is Howard Mackey? So here's the biggest secret you're going to learn today, Nato. Howard Mackey is Writer X. Remember that?
Which
right?
Everyone was shocked to learn after having deduced it 20 years ago. So I have this friend, and like whenever she gets like a cold or the flu or somehow, it spirals into her watching like really bad movies and being unable to look away. And the Nicolas Cage Ghostwriter films are so like, because I've not seen them. I'm like, I didn't think they were any good. And she's like, well, I've watched them, but I had the flu and I couldn't help myself.
Dude,
and I fell asleep during the second one.
I've only seen the first one because Amanda and I have a was it really that bad? And yes, it was. It was horrible.
Oh no, if I think a movie's bad, I don't watch it. Good God, man. No.
Well, I just want to see why it was so bad. It is interesting to see like Nicolas Cage and what he believes a young man should act like. Because I'm watching Peggy Sue Got Married, and that reminds me of the Nicolas Cage think like young people talk like that back then. Need more Cosmic Ghostwriter too. Look at that. Phantom Rider.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Better than Ghostwriter.
Very quickly, the Nicolas Cage film that people should watch but probably haven't is Adaptation.
That's a good one.
Weird.
I'm looking forward to that upcoming movie where he plays himself.
Oh yeah, with
that one looks really, really good.
Yeah,
I do like Nicolas Cage.
Johnny Cage. Did I say Johnny Cage? I said Johnny Blaze, didn't I? I don't know what I say anymore. Marvel's Voices Heritage. So this looks like to be, I assume, Native Americans, because they've done voices for like African Americans and Asian Americans. I assume this is.
Well, yeah, we see Moonstar on the cover there. Yeah. And Phantom Eagle.
Echo.
Forge.
And that's the new Werewolf by Night, not Jack Russell.
Okay.
And Forge, who is still one of the greatest X-Men ever. Marvel vs. Shuri. So these are the books that they put out that are smaller scale and like for people to catch up with the character, like pretty much where to start reading the character. Miss Marvel Generations. What is this? G. Willow Wilson? Eve. Ooh, I love Eve Ewing. Her freaking Ironheart and Champion series. No one talks about those series, sadly, and they're really good. Miss Marvel 36 through 38. Generations Miss Marvel and Miss Marvel from 2017. And Marvel Team Up 1 through 6.
I presume this is a continuation of the G. Willow Wilson series, but I'm not sure why it wasn't collected in the first place. But
wait. No, because that stuff has already come out.
Yeah, I would think so. Or maybe it's just a new release to better package it. I don't know.
Well, you're right.
I think this is
Generations. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think this is a smaller format book as well.
Okay.
Star Wars Legends: The Rebellion Omnibus Volume 1. That's Ryan Benjamin on the cover, I believe. With Boba Fett collecting Star Wars Empire 7, 14, 16 through 27. Vader's Quest, Star Wars the 2013 series 1 through 20. Star Wars Kids 1 through 20. And Star Wars 3D number 1, 2, and 3. So this should be 2013. Was that towards the tail end of the Dark Horse era of Star Wars then? Right after that, the Marvel ended up with the license.
I think Marvel relaunched in 2015. Yeah, go back up a little bit. Sure. Was the John Wagner in that one? John Wagner co-created Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
So yeah.
John Wagner, cool. Good eye. 1,072 pages, $100. I've been having a blast with this era because I've never read like a lot of it. I think the Dark Horse stuff that I've read was like Dark Empire, just the stereotypical must-reads Star Wars era of those. Wolverine is getting a Origin Deluxe Edition. not sure what makes this one deluxe though, because this has Wolverine, the origin, just 1 through 6. And their trade paperbacks, because they did Wolverine Deluxe Edition too. I don't know what. Did you say Boba Fett? Boba Fett, the Southern Bounty Hunter. Yes, he's all about shrimp kebabs, shrimp stews. I can keep going. I love that movie. Amazing Spider-Man by Nick Spencer Omnibus Volume 1, collecting Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 43, 16 Hugh, 18 Hugh, 19, that's the Hunter storyline, 16, 18, 19, 20, Full Circle, and then material from Free Comic Book Days, Spider-Man Guardians of the Galaxy, 1,328 pages, $125. So, meaning that we're going to get 2 volumes out of this, just based on that right there. The solicits Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr., Volume 2, The New Sinister. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't look new. That looks like the same Sinister. Collecting Amazing Spider-Man 6 and To Be Determined. I love that. Avengers by Kurt Busiek and George Patas, Volume 1. This is the latest printing of this. Book's been out of print for years. Collecting the first half of the run, 1,184 pages, $125. Marvel Anniversary Tributes. I believe that's Steve McNiven on the cover, isn't it?
Sure looks like him.
Yeah. Celebrating 80 years of the Star-Spangled Avenger, Captain America. So, what is this? It's like a trade paperback collecting giant size. Oh, it's the tribute.
Yeah.
Book. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the one where they get a
cool.
different person to do every page or something like that?
Yeah, those are cool. Wow. That's pretty cheap.
That was very cool.
$144, $19.99. Yeah, those are great.
I guess I'm the dissenting voter in that I don't really have an interest in seeing some of these key stories of comics continuity just kind of redone by someone else, but that's just me.
That is just you, Lars.
It is, because I think Giant Says X-Men #1 as it is perfectly fine. You know?
I think and everybody voted that it is just you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is treated more like an art piece rather than, a story to read.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows the story already.
This is Tomb of Dracula at Marvel Masterworks Volume 2. And the direct market Tomb of Dracula it's got this beautiful like crimson red around it. Oh, should have gone that route. But remastering Tomb of Dracula, 12 through 22, Werewolf by Night 15, Giant Size Spider-Man 1, and material from Dracula Lives 4 and 6. I wonder what material.
Those are great. Sorry, go back up again.
Maybe I shouldn't be. I'm a little surprised by quite the afterlife that Tomb of Dracula has. It's basically appeared in like every format. And I don't know if that's just because Marvel doesn't really have to pay royalties on it.
Curtis, you gonna learn today, Lars.
Okay,
Curtis, what format has this not appeared in?
Curtis learned me.
It's not in Epic Collections yet, but it is a complete collection. And David Gabriel told us recently that if they're going to reprint the complete collections, they'll be Epic Collections. So yeah, we'll probably see this as an Epic Collection soon enough. Yeah. The material from Dracula Lives, it's only Dracula stories, because there's like prose stories and there's like whatever stuff in there that doesn't relate necessarily to Dracula in those magazines. That's good stuff though. All of those issues are really, really great.
One of the most important things to take out of this, away from this catalog, is right here. That's Miracle Man by Neil Gaiman and Mark Buckingham, book 1.
What a team!
Now, I presume that's just the material that's already out.
It is, but it gives me hope that they're going to wrap up the run, because a lot of people are like, "Why don't they collect Neil Gaiman's story in Alan Moore's omnibus?" Because it wasn't finished.
Well, it wasn't finished. No, exactly right. I mean. It seems like they have done more Miracle Man, but they've not quite announced it yet. So let's hope that this is them priming the pump to finally put out more Gaiman issues, but we'll see.
Man, I'm excited for that. I'm hoping that this leads into wrapping up the series and then giving us some kind of oversized format book. Reign of X Volume 17, collecting Wolverine 15 through 16, Excalibur 22, X-Men 2, and Hellions 13 through 14. About to wrap up Hellions. She-Hulk by Dan Slott. The reprint is coming out on October 18th. 824 pages, $100.
Really enjoyed that one.
She-Hulk 1 through 12, She-Hulk 1 through 21, and Two Gun Kid. Thor Epic Collection, Blood and Thunder. Oh, yeah. I think this era of Thor and Silver Surfer is pretty well hated. I don't care. I love it.
I was going to say, control yourself, man.
It's got what's his name's art in it, Greinsberg, who people hate, or some people. I think he's like a mix between Frazetta and Mike Mignola. If they had a child, it would be Tom Greinsberg.
I think some of the crossovers there, particularly the interannual ones, get really thin on the ground. So that's but
this one's a huge story. It's like 12 parts or something, I think, or 16 parts.
Oh yeah, there is a whole trade paperback that this is replacing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2099 Omnibus, very happy. Volume 1, still
nice.
Still confused about that. Maybe one day we'll get a volume 2 with the series that came out in 2015. But collecting this is a big book too, 1 through 46. Yeah. Ravage 2099. The first time we're gonna get Ravage, X-Men 2099, Doom 2099. That was great. Punisher 2099. All of it for the first time is going to be in oversized format. Annual 1, Spider-Man 2099, Meet Spider-Man, and Special Number 1. 1,384 pages, $125. Can I have a quote on this? Gary Russell, I hate everything about this Thor run. Hot garbage. I know. I think a lot of people feel like that, and I love it, man. It's so bad. It's great. But I also love Avengers The Crossing. Look at that. Manly cover by Ron Lim. Blood and Thunder.
Wow. Yeah, Spider-Man 2099, the crown jewel of the 2099 line. This is really good.
Yeah.
I hope they will do an X-Men 2099.
Only second really by that Doom. I love Doom 2099. I'm an X-Men guy, and I thought Doom was really good.
I do love Doom. I've not read it a lot, but yeah.
How about X-Nation 2099?
Yeah, all 4 issues. Humberto Ramos did that, right? Like the artwork.
He did, yep.
Spider-Punk 1 through 5. Here's a Cody Ziegler and Justin Mason. Star Wars Han Solo and Chewbacca. Oh, I didn't know they were getting their own series.
Nice.
Volume 1 by Mark Guggenheim, collecting issues 1 through 5, and Life Day. Thor War. This is another reprint.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a weird choice to reprint because I don't even think the first printing is sold out. I think you can still get it very easily. So I'm not sure. My only guess is that Beta Ray Bill is going to show up in Blood and Thunder, and they wanted a Thor book that had him on the cover.
Right.
You know too much.
I mean, sorry. What is that? Thor? Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder, yeah. Tomb of Dracula, Complete Collection, Volume 6. I believe this is the last one, right? Collecting Tomb of Dracula 1 through 6, Doctor Strange 58 through 62, and materials from Bizarre Adventures 33. Got the big fight.
Yeah, I mean, this has the all of the this is the last stuff of the kind of the classic material. They could do a volume 7 if they want to go into the future and do some more modern stories. I just read recently a story from Marvel Comics Presents, a 3 little issue serialized story, Dracula versus Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think I've read that. Most of my Marvel Comics Presents, this may shock people, were just to get the X-Men stories or to rip the cover from the Todd McFarlane covers whenever he would do them, or Joe Mad covers.
Well, these were back in the Weapon X story when that was in Marvel Comics Presents.
Yeah, sorry, man. I don't think I read those. I remember.
I think the classic Dracula era pretty much ends. Well, there's an X-Men. My first exposure to Tomb of Dracula was the X-Men annual, where Rachel Van Helsing shows up. Yeah. And they fight Dracula. And then it kind of comes to an end when they go over to Doctor Strange. They cast a spell that kills Ulver's vampires, and he gets burnt to a crisp, which is in there.
Yeah, that was retconned. What if Multiverse Omnibus Volume 1, or What If My Childhood? This is great. This is What If My Childhood. The one shot from 1988, and then it's got the series that kicked off in 1989, making this the What If from the 90s. And Quasar number 30.
Why?
Oh man,
Yeah,
this
Quasar number 30 was great because it's he visits. It's like a multiverse comic. He visits a bunch
Okay.
of the different
Yeah.
what if
Oh, all right.
universes.
Got it.
I would love to see that. Like, I would love to see Quasar in omnibus format one day.
Yeah.
X-Men 92, House of what numbers that, Curtis? Curtis, there's a
I don't know.
specific reason I bring you to my show.
See,
You're the Roman numeral guy and the epics guy.
House
Roman
of
numeral guy first.
I
Mark?
don't know. 10, 50, 40, 42?
House of
Is that what it is?
1992.
19? No, 19 would be 2 X's. So this is just
Oh.
no, 19 is MM because that's 2000.
Thank you, guys.
And then whatever. It's 92. House of
92.
92.
It's 92. It's 92.
Just 92, not 19.
Just 92.
I
Sorry.
got it.
Sorry.
C is 100. 10 is 10 before 100. So that's 90, and then II is 2. That's
I
right.
knew you'd figure it out, man. I might do
Yeah.
it.
I just had to think
420.
about it.
It's true. Curtis, the only reason you're here is because of your knowledge of classical Latin. So please,
Yeah, you're really good at pronouncing
and
people's names.
Hellenistic Greek. So yeah.
Nearly bought the Ragnarok stick trade just for Stormbringer. Realized at last minute I already had the mini in the red spine. Hachette would have been all double dips. Ant-Man.
Okay.
Just Ant-Man. Okay.
I think I read this one. Let's see.
I don't even know who the writer is. It's Ant-Man 1 through 4.
Oh no! No, sorry, the wrong one. Yeah, I haven't read this one.
Comes out in November.
That's who was? I think it's it's an anthology series of a bunch of people doing different tales of different Ant-Men.
Okay.
I choose to believe you, Curtis. Avengers Forever Volume 2. Jason Aaron Cooter, collecting Avengers Forever 6 through 10. What? They did it. Oh, I think I knew about the follow-up. I heard about this, but I don't think this is out yet. But this is Gambit by Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
Another retro series.
Dude, look at that Will Pitasio cover though. That takes
so
me back
good.
too.
Oh, when Storm was a kid? When Gambit
to his first appearance.
Yeah. Nice.
Love it, man. Love it. Collecting Gambit 1 through 5. I can't wait. Immortal Hulk Volume 5. This is the oversized hardcover. Wrapping up Al Ewing's Hulk, collecting issues 41 through 50. And Ant-Man is Al Ewing. That's awesome. Still no Gambit Omnibus. Maybe one day, man. Is it all 4 different Ant-Man, like from that miniseries from War of the Realms? Because I'd be all over that. That's awesome. So apparently Ant-Man is an Al Ewing and Tom Riley. Thank you, Taylor Talks Comics. Tom Riley is the artist on the recent Thing miniseries. This is a new miniseries about Ant-Man that will include all incarnations of the character.
Right. Yeah, I knew it included all of the different Ant-Man. I thought it was different writers as well, but no, that's cool to hear. It's Al Ewing.
Inferno, the trade paperback version, collecting Inferno 1 through 4.
I thought with this one, Hickman really stuck to the landing.
Dude, I was gonna do a review of it or an overview of it this weekend. I'm like, how am I gonna do this without talking about spoilers? I think.
But you have to talk about spoilers.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, Inferno, the hardcover. Some stores have gotten it, even though they're not supposed to be selling it until.
I did wonder about that. Yeah.
Some comment like I have a couple of viewers overseas, and they've shown me pictures of their comic book stores. Like they were able to buy them last week, which is cool. I mean, yeah. $34.99 though for 192 pages. I don't. How much is? I thought the oversized hardcover was $39.99.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken. Iron Man Epic Collection: The Return of Tony Stark, Lynn Kaminsky series here. Curtis, tell us.
Yeah, volume 18, collecting Iron Man 290 to 297, and a whole bunch of backups from Marvel superheroes. Look at all those random comics there. This is kind of this is, I think, Kaminsky kind of setting the record back to the way it was, because Jim Rhodes was Iron Man for a little while.
Yeah, he was.
And so now Tony Stark has come back.
Still waiting on N to send me my copy. Keep in mind, Inferno does not officially come out until next week. It's just some stores, how do I put this? Don't abide by the release date, and they can sell.
Well, you know, if they're going to, this is part of the whole thing about the publishing world right now is a mess, because if they're, you get the books and then you just send them to the stores. The stores, like, what are they going to do? Sit on a whole bunch of? They don't have room to sit on the stock. They got to.
Well, and on top of that, they're probably not keeping up with when it's supposed to come out, right? It's not like it comes with a sign that says not to be released until April when it's 20 whatever.
Yeah. Of course, Marvel is using more than one distributor these days, and it might also depend on their protocols. I mean, I think Diamond was pretty good about not shipping you the books until they were on sale. I will say that, I run a publishing company, and we are small potatoes. And it has always bugged me that our distributor demands that the books be in their hands 2 months ahead of the release date.
Yeah.
But then they won't hold them. The moment they get the books, whoosh, they're right out the door. So when I schedule a release date, I have to basically assume it's going to come out 2 months earlier. It's stupid. There's no way around it other than to piss off my distributor, which I don't want to do. So yeah.
I'm sorry, Lars, but more importantly, look at that image of Arthur Adams. Oh my God. Oh wow.
This is great.
This is the return of the class. Like, it's such a classic story and it goes to show you how different times were back then, right?
Oh yeah.
I regard this as one of my favorite Fantastic Four runs.
Right.
And Walter Simonson was only on the book for about 17 issues. And this story was only about 3 issues long. But it's got kaiju in it, and it's got Arthur Adams. And this is the new Fantastic Four miniseries written by Peter David.
Yeah.
All 5 issues.
Yeah.
Hey, Small Potatoes is a good publishing name. Copyright that.
It's true.
Copyright that right now.
I'll get rid of Matter Region immediately.
Is Inferno HC or OHC? It is oversized hardcover.
Yeah.
I did an overview on the channel if you want to see the actual height of it. We need a gallery edition of the Art Adams new. Now there's an idea. That's one that's on my list. First time I saw the new Fantastic Four was on a trading card. Yeah, I remember from Marvel.
Probably me too.
2, I think.
Marvel Universe
2. Look at the Punisher. This is the Jason Aaron new series, Punisher. Jesus Saiz is the artist on it, and collecting issues 1 through 6 of the Punisher. And speaking of Punisher, Savage Avengers by Jerry Duggan Omnibus. Love that cover. Both of the covers are really good, but I love that cover right there. It's got my dude Conan and Wolverine. David Finch. The other one's by Mike Deodato. Collecting all 28 issues plus the annual issue 0 and then the free comic book day. And it also includes the Cool and Goth story from Uncanny 190 to 191.
All right.
Which is one of the best X-Men stories.
Well, it was weird. I mean, as somebody who was reading, X-Men, but not Conan at the time, I was like, "What the heck is going on?" But it was.
I didn't care, man. You didn't even read Conan at the time. You just knew a wizard took over, man.
Yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, it was like, "Oh, there's an evil wizard, and he's doing this." Yeah.
Yeah. The Savage Avenger tying to X-Men. Well, it kind of does it. Wolverine being in there, and I'm surprised the Empire's not in here because there was an Empire one shot, I think, that Duggan also wrote. Savage Avengers Volume 1. Don't know who. Oh, I do love this artist, though. Carlos Magno has become, to me, an artist I'm keeping an eye on. He did this big, giant robot Avenger series, and I've been following his work since then. I always think, to me, he draws, the best dinosaurs. I don't know, David. Are you all familiar with the writer David Pepose?
No, I'm not actually. If I'm being honest.
Savage Avengers 1 through 5. Evil Wizard magazine, but not safe for work.
True. It's the After Dark version.
Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Omnibus. This is Steve McNiven on the cover right there with Boba Fett. And let's see here. Collecting all of that. Hold on. Let me see if anybody knows who the writer was on that book. Lee Price Venom Omnibus, please. Melanie's still here. I'm supposed to be great. You're supposed to be Grady, baby. What are you doing? Gonna get in trouble. Wild Cards. No idea what this is. Wild Cards 1 through 4. Earth in 1940. It's edited by acclaimed fantasy author George R. Martin.
Oh.
He's doing editing. He should be writing my 6 books.
Everybody has high hopes for this guy. I mean, hopefully he will go somewhere. Yeah.
Never heard.
I
of him.
remember reading his fan letters in the pages of like Fantastic Four in the 60s.
Yeah. That's why I love finding omnis, man. Like, with the letter pages. But epics don't have letter pages, do they, Curtis? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, they do not.
Say it one more time for the people in the back. What's that?
What? I can't hear you.
Did you say omnis are better? Because
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Say omnis are better because why? Yeah, that's what I thought. Wolverine by Benjamin Percy, Volume 4. And collecting issues 20 through 25 of Wolverine. What is going on with Deadpool back there? Is he taking a selfie?
What's going on with
He is.
Yeah.
Black Panther by John Ridley, Volume 2.
Oh, okay, good.
Collecting 6 through 10. Demon Days, Peach Momoko's Demon Days. And so many people corrected me on this. That it's not Psylocke. It's not Quanon. It's Mariko. Thank you all for correcting me. Mariko Yoshida. So it's got these one-shots there.
I remember her being killed. Was she ever unkilled?
Spoilers.
What?
This is. I think it's an
all of the mutants. All of the mutants were unkilled. I thought
she wasn't a mutant.
First of all, she's not a mutant. Curtis, do you even
get your facts straight?
I don't know.
know.
Wolverine epics aren't that far yet.
What is going on here?
Miles Morales.
Oh boy.
We love you, Curtis.
We do.
You're here for our Roman numerals and our Latin.
Yes. And Hellenistic Greek.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man 37 through 42. Uh-oh. Wait, shots fired now. Omnis don't have the ads, though. Wait, the house ads?
But are we going to get a facsimile edition omnibus? Fantastic Four facsimile edition omnibus volume 1.
That's right. Curtis is the one that wanted a letter page epic collections.
Fantastic Four by John Byrne, volume 1 facsimile edition. I like it.
The Mandalorian. Star Wars The Mandalorian 1 through 4.
Yeah.
I don't know who the creators are. X-Men First Class, Road Trips. So it looks like they're collecting X-Men First Class. Yeah, 2007. So this is a great series by Jeff Parker. Roger Cruz is the artist. Collecting issues 1 through 9. Avengers by Jason Aaron, volume 11. That is a cool cover. Valkyrie and Thor, Jane Foster. Is that Campbell or who is that? I'm trying to figure out. Is that Garney? Oh no, it could be the artist. Javier Garon. Collecting issues 56 through 60. This makes me happy right here. Fantastic Four Heroes Return.
Right.
Complete collection, volume 4. Curtis, tell us about this era.
This is the stuff we were just talking about recently, earlier in the show, with the Carlos Pacheco and Jeff Loeb run on Fantastic Four. This is the stuff that hasn't... Actually, I think there was a trade of this stuff, but there's a lot of stuff here that hasn't been reprinted ever. So it's nice to get this. And I think this is the final issue, the final volume of the complete collections, and it butts up against the Mark Waid stuff that comes up next.
Correct. Because the last complete collection had the Inhumans. Dark Horse Archives give the ads and the letter pages. Dark Horse Archives for the win. Shots fired. Gwenpool Omnibus. Where's Mars? Mars still here. Gwenpool, the Unbelievable, 1 through 25. Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Champions, Edges Venomverse, West Coast Avengers, the entire run of the Kelly Thompson era. Superior Spider-Man, Gwenpool Strikes Back miniseries, material from Howard the Duck. Gwenpool Special, number 1, Holiday Special, and Secret Empire, Brave New World.
I read this from the library, and I couldn't put it down. It was just too funny.
It's got the large seal of approval.
It does.
Invincible Iron Man. Wow, that's issue 150, man. We're at 150 of Iron Man, volume 15. Collecting issues 145 to 157. Okay. Reign of X, volume 18. Let's see what they say. Hellions 15, X-Force 21 through 22, Sword 8, and Way of X 4 through 5. Am I having deja vu or is something happening in my brain?
This is the wrong cover for sure. This is not the Rebellion.
Okay.
This is Epic Collection Rebellion Volume 5.
Okay. So this takes place this is the Dark Horse era. Collecting Splinter, Mind's Eye, Shadow Stalker, Rebel Heist, A Valentine Story, Empire Strikes Back. Huh.
Yep.
So this takes place during that era. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the last volume of the Rebellion era.
Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3. You want to find out about Mariko Yashida, Curtis? I got your book for you, my friend. 1,264 pages. Larry Hama, Mark Silvestri. Fabian Niciesa's even in there. Yeah, the Fabian did do that one fill-in issue. What was it? 54 with Derek Robertson. Peter David. Actually, this is the Peter David story right here from issue 44. And that one's drawn by Larry Stroman. So collecting issues 31 through 59, Bloody Choices, Reign of Terror, Ghostwriter, Wolverine, Punisher, Hearts of Darkness, X-Men 4 through 7, material from Marvel Fanfare 54 and 55. Marvel Comics presents 85 through 108. So also the first appearance of Cyber. Thoughts, gentlemen?
You can't go wrong with this stuff.
There we go.
I haven't read all of this era of Wolverine, but I had a ton of these issues when I was a kid. But I'm looking forward to being able to read the whole thing in order.
Michael Valenzuela. Omar, do you know if pre-orders of the new printing of Moon Knight 1 and Omni 2 give hope for an Omni 3 with some Mark Spectre Moon Knight's getting a lot of love, man. I'd love to see a Moon Knight, a Mark Spectre Moon Knight. Really, you would only need 2 volumes to do the whole run.
Yeah.
Start off with the Chuck Dixon era and then ending it with what I call the Stephen Platt era. Get Stephen Platt on that cover, too.
Yeah.
Who ordered a pet monkey? Where did that go? Wolverine Total Pat Warren. I don't even know you. Moon Knight. Look at that cover. Black, white, and blood treasury edition. What an awesome cover. Ooh. And collecting all 4 issues of the Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood. This is the treasury edition. It's oversized, but it is soft cover. Fortnite. I thought Fortnite was like a WB thing. All right, Curtis, you're my Fortnite expert. Who are these people?
I'm a Fortnite expert. I don't know anything.
Shuri, Spiderman, and Wolverine.
My kids play Fortnite. But
see, it's because Fortnite is a Predator spinoff, so obviously you know about it.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah,
that's right. Predator versus Fortnite.
Yeah, so that's happening. I didn't know about that.
I knew there was a Fortnite Batman crossover.
I thought it was the WB thing for some reason. Zero War. And
Fortnite has a lot of Marvel characters in it. Every time there's a movie that comes out, you can get a new skin for your character. That's like, I think there's
the pet monkey ads. The sea monkeys. That's right. Did anybody get those? Fortnite is shoehorning its way into everything these days. What's up, Immortal Ibsy? And speaking of Immortal Ibsy,
very popular though. Very popular.
Look at that. The Fury of Iron Fist being reprinted.
This one regularly gets reprinted, although the $50 price tag is a little ominous as to where things are going. But nice to have it around.
Yeah.
528 pages. You're right. $49.99. Outside of the X books, is that the first time we've seen that, Curtis?
No. The recent Avengers Epic Collection also was that price.
Is that why do you think that is? Because of the page count?
I have no idea. There could be a number of different reasons. I think if they have to go with a certain paper, or if the printers have to spend more time on it and devote more people hours to it, or I don't know.
And sometimes there's a delay in they pick a price and then things change down the road, because this was 50, but I believe Magneto was 45, and it starts to become like throwing darts at a dartboard. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Also, if this is a reprint, like you say, this is printing. It's a smaller print run, And this is the second time this book has been reprinted. So it's going to be an even smaller print run. And when you have a smaller print run, the price per unit goes up.
Also, and I hate to be cynical again, it's Iron Fist. So it's not going to sell, hundreds of thousands of copies. So that might be in play. I mean, it's Claremont Byrne, so there's that kind of an X-Men connection, but I don't know how many people will read it because of that.
People will read it because of that amazing Netflix show.
Yes,
said no one ever.
Widely beloved Netflix show. Yeah.
Marvel Studios. What if the art of the series?
Yeah.
Secret Wars. This is the new printing.
Okay. Only $75.
Oh, you better keep that mouth shut because that first printing was $100. Let's keep that on the down low. Shh. Secret Wars 1 through 12. Thor 383, She-Hulk 10, What If 4, and 114, 496 pages, $75. Secret Wars Omnibus coming back to print after over a decade. Who are Thunderbolts? Is that Prodigy?
Who are these imposters? Yeah.
Purple girl.
I like this cover. I like the covers that always pay tribute to other things. This is that classic iron workers, construction workers eating lunch.
Sure.
I don't think anybody was flying in that original cover. Is that America Chavez?
I believe so.
Dude, she's got like a 5 head going for her. That's not a 4 head. That's a 5 head. Hawkeye, which is cool, but who's that dude? And where are any of my original Thunderbolts? I mean, Hawkeye doesn't even make the cut because he didn't appear until, well, it does have Monica Rambeau though. So
Hawkeye was still on the team with the original creator.
What's that?
Hawkeye was on the team when the original creator was still writing the book, so I think he
Busick, yeah, he was, but he didn't show up until like we need to bump the cells up, I think. So let's bring in an Avenger.
Well, that's what they're doing here too.
The X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverine. So it could be 10 Lives of Wolverine or 10 Deaths of Wolverine.
I like that cover.
$280, $50.
I thought that story was a hot mess. I won't be getting this one. I was pleasantly surprised when all the new number ones turned out to be really good and really strong. But this is the bridge between the Hickman era and the new era. Oh dear.
Of course, it had to be America Chavez. I forgot. My bad. I take it back. She looks fine. She looks fine. Sorry about that. Yeah, she looks great. I don't even know if that's her. Oh, this is a paperback.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How many issues is this? It's a $50 paperback.
It was
for 288 pages for $50.
Yeah, I think it was 12 issues, but yeah, you're right. Well, what was the page count? It says. No, we don't know what the page count is.
No, it's 288.
It's 288 pages.
How much is the hardcover? $75? Is that right?
That is a lot.
This has got to be a hardcover.
Well, it says.
Was the hardcover already released?
No, it's not out yet.
Then I wonder if this paperback is a misprint.
Hold on. Okay, wait. We're gonna double check something really quick.
That is way too much for a 288-page book.
And it was bad, but they don't price.
Okay, so the hardcover is $75.
Hardcover $75.
That would make unreasonable.
It would be like the X of Swords, right? Like X of Swords.
Yeah, okay.
Expensive.
Holy cow.
I don't know. I somehow didn't mind the price point on X of Swords, but this one. Oof. Yeah.
Well, X of Swords had about 100 more pages though.
Well, it was bigger. No, you're right. You're right.
This one is man.
That is not okay. Wow.
X-Men 92, the complete collection. Collecting X-Men 92, 1 through 4. Oh, this is the Secret War stuff. Yeah. And X-Men 92, the ongoing series, 1 through 10.
And see, look at the page count of this one. The page count is 360 pages for $35. It's a little better.
Maybe they're applying a Wolverine tax, but I don't know. Even by Wolverine tax standards, that's high.
I don't know. X-Men Epic Collection, the X-Men song.
Oh, yay!
So in case you missed it, Lars and I did a big podcast. It was like 3 hours long, split into 2 episodes,
Yes.
covering every issue of Executioner's Song.
Yes.
And Lars ripped it to shreds.
Thoughtfully, excuse me, I said some nice things in there as well. I did
Yes,
offer I offered some praise.
It was a great conversation.
It was worth it just to hear you say giant nipples.
No, that was you that was saying.
And you repeated it. You fell into my trap of saying giant nipples. Yes.
I'd
Well, you
love
were
to
also
be part of this inside joke, but because I was booted out of the Executioner Song epic podcast.
Booted out. Were you ever in
My
it?
X knowledge isn't that good. Hold on. Just a second. Do we know the X Lives hardcover? The hardcover's due out in May.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hardcover is due out.
Wait. Someone in the comment, Josh in the comments is saying, Lars just didn't understand the nuance of the story. Did it have any nuance?
Are you talking about Executioner Song?
Did it have any nuance? Did it have any nuance, Josh?
Fabian Nicieza wrote that, Lars.
Yes.
With cliff notes and
he has written things with nuance. This just isn't one of them.
we can talk about that another day. Curtis. Okay. That's why you didn't have me on. Iron Man Epic Collection, The Return of Ghost. This is the reprint. Volume 14, 233 to 244.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we totally went over this because y'all were making me mad about it. Let's collect the X.
So yeah, okay. So
you go ahead.
This is an important one because, well, first of all, it's almost a complete double dip with the X-Force Epic Collection Volume 2, which is also called Executioner's Song and also has every part of Executioner's Song in it. But this one has some issues of X-Men that frequently get overlooked in reprints.
Adjectiveless X-Men.
Adjectiveless X-Men. So it's worth picking up for those issues.
I have
unless
to
you have the omnibus.
Okay. Well, even with the omnibus, I do have to say that I do like the mapping here better because the mapping of Bishop's Crossing was better than the hardcover and the Jim Lee omnibus. Because what they did the right thing. They put the issues intertwining with each other. Like the issues of X-Men that lead up to the formation of the gold and blue team happened before 281. And I thought, wow, that was a great way of mapping it. Not mapping it in the publishing order, but mapping it in the chronological order of the story. And I think that's what they're going to do here too. And it's easy to map this, right? Because it's Executioner's Song. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, follow that.
It's a huge act of double dipping, but since this story is so integral to X-Force and X-Men, it's hard to complain. I'm glad it's not reprinted in full in the X-Factor Epic collections. I think that would be going too far.
Will Black Widow by Kelly Thompson get an oversized hardcover? Sadly, the series was canceled, and oh my gosh, I hope it does because it's. I don't know why it was canceled. I guess sales. I don't know if they're planning on relaunching it, but I hope that it gets an oversized hardcover because it deserves it. That run is so good. Hold on a second here. The issues that get overlooked are not good. Wait a minute. Wait. What are we talking about here? Issues 10 and 11. That's classic return of
it's the Omega Red stuff, right? Or
no, Curtis is not the Omega Red stuff.
What is it?
This is okay. So you have the Return of Longshot, right? 10 and 11, which is the final issue of Jim Lee. 12 and 13 are the Professor X and his dad had something to do with the Weapon X project. So we introduced this new character. Those are drawn by because they were trying to find somebody like Jim Lee rushing. They found Art T-Bert, who was doing like inks at the time.
T-Bear.
I'm sorry, T-Bear?
Yeah.
It's
Huggy Bear?
Name.
Like it's Stephen Colbert.
Oh, okay, T-Bear. Okay, so forgive me. Yes, they found Art T-Bear, and he could draw like Jim Lee. He was just really slow. And then eventually Andy Cooper took over to run with Executioner's Song. They weren't terrible, but...
And then T-Bear went over to Cable. He launched the Cable ongoing series.
And Fabian Nicieza made a big hoorah about people that can't keep a monthly schedule should not be drawing comics. That was in an interview with him many years ago. And he's like, I'm not going to say any names, but I worked with a particular artist on Cable
Brutal.
During this year.
We kept it classy. I was
Who
like,
could that
"All right."
be?
Whose initials are
That's before the age of
AT.
the internet, man. We couldn't look it up. Cable artist. Iron Man 233 to 244, Crash, which is like some of the early CG stuff, and Marvel Fanfare 22 through 23.
Yeah.
Omar, this is the first question. Have you learned anything about the possibility of some Conan, the original Marvel years, to collecting the 90 stuff? I think they will just rename them, right, to something else. Conan 90. I don't know. There are 49 issues left, 2 short stories, 8 3-issue minis, and 10 Conan Savage issues that could still be compiled in at least 2 more books.
Oh wow!
I haven't learned. We're getting King Conan, but I don't know what they're gonna do after that. That would be cool. T-Bear. Imagine Winnie the Pooh with a mohawk. Sometimes I think you're just trolling me, Curtis. Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and Mike Allred coming back to print. Heck yes.
This
If
was
you've not
really
read this, you are in for a treat. It's so good.
I'm kind of agnostic about Silver Surfer, but I couldn't put this down. It was absolutely terrific.
Does Allred ever disappoint? I guess if you don't like Allred's style, he disappoints, but I love and when Laura colors it, chef's kiss, baby.
Mm-hmm.
How long was the Falco on FF and Epic? Is it complete or do we need more? Curtis, that's more of a question for you. He was on there for quite a number of years.
He was on there from 91 to all the way to Heroes Reborn.
Yeah, did he finish it out? Was he the one that wrote the final issue, 416, with Pacheco on the cover?
So it's a weird situation where he was fired off of the book, but then he was asked to script the last 2 issues that were being written by, I don't remember who, somebody else.
I think it was Wade.
Yeah, it might have been Wade.
Yeah.
So he was kind of involved.
Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. That looks like a Phil Noto cover. And
sorry. The question was, do we need more DeFalco Epic collections? And we need, I believe it's just one more. There's one more that hasn't been announced yet that will fill the gap, and then it'll be all complete.
Thank you, sir. War of the Kings Omnibus, baby, coming back to print. $125, 1,304 pages, 2 covers. Captain Marvel by Kelly Sue DeConnick. It looks like the sell date is December 6th. $125, 976 pages. And collecting her run 1 through 17, and then the 2014 run, Enemy Within. Avengers Assemble 16 through 19, Avenging Spider-Man 9 and 10, which is where she makes her first appearance, and Captain Marvel in the Carol Corps 1 through 4 is Judgment Day. Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Judgment Day. Boy, some of these characters are looking more like their movie counterparts.
What a surprise.
Right? Like, especially the Eternals. Not that the Eternals are some of my favorites, but some of them look more like their movie counterparts.
I have been enjoying the Eternals series by Kieran Gillen.
Right? I think it's great.
Although conceptually, it's quite different from the movie, and I was surprised by the deviation there. I mean, I enjoyed the comic. I'm glad they did it, but yeah, it's not. It doesn't follow the movie's lead.
What? Imagine Millie the model killing you and wearing your skin. What are y'all talking about in the chat? So this is Axe Judgment Day. Axe Judgment Day Companion. That's looks like Carlos Pacheco on cover. Yeah. And this collects Eve of Judgment, Death to the Mutants, and Star Fox. Man, Inhumans, Avengers, Fantastic Four. Now the Eternals. Can everybody just leave the X-Men alone? They're trying to live their own little peaceful life.
It's true.
On an island. They're giving you all pharmaceuticals. Gosh. Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, The Invasion of the Spider Slayers. 424 pages. This one's $39.99. And it goes back to what Lars was saying. If this one was scheduled before the price change, that's why it's at $39.99. Collecting Spider-Man 368 to 377. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 27. The Spider-Man Doctor Strange, The Way to Dusty Death, one shot, and Trial of Venom.
Classic stuff.
Yeah. Never thought I'd be saying that about that era, honestly. Classic stuff.
Yeah, I remember the whole the David Michelini era of Spider-Man I loved it. I thought I mean, I grew up with that, so maybe I'm biased, but it was consistently entertaining.
I am going to be sending out an email asking my friends if they want to do another Mad Mayax, and they better say yes. But this is I don't know what this is. Symbol of Truth. Is it a mini? Is it an ongoing? Collecting Symbol of Truth 1 through 6. I haven't heard of that. Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil Volume 8. Look at that awesome cover. Now, Curtis, how would you pronounce Marco's last name? Just out of curiosity.
Let's see. Chichetto, I guess.
Chichetto. Not Kiketo? Chichetto, okay. Collecting Daredevil 1 through 5. This is the relaunch of the new Daredevil series.
Because if it's an Italian name, the double C would be like a CH sound, wouldn't it?
Sure.
I don't know.
Defenders Beyond. So, man, America Chavez is just everywhere. But it's good to see Blue Marvel back. She's the new Wolverine. But you had me at Al Ewing and Javier Rodriguez. Love that guy's art, man.
Yeah, that's a good team.
So Defenders Beyond, collecting issues 1 through 5. Tigra and Blue Marvel, though, man. Love that character. I'm glad that Al Ewing still uses him. Fantastic Four finally coming out. People
the Omnibus about this came out around this one, didn't they?
Yeah, this was supposed to come out, I think, last year, but this finishes out Jonathan Hickman's run on the Fantastic Four. Immortal Ibsy saying Kiketo. It's Chiquetto. Chiquetto. He twittered it himself. Okay, there. If he twittered it himself.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Janice Bell.
Well, I am looking forward to this one.
Speaking of legacy, speaking of Peter David, bring on my omnibus.
This is one of the Peter's run on Captain Marvel is one of the very few things I still have in singles. Because most of it's not been collected, and it's really good.
It's been collected in like 2 trades.
The second series was collected, but the first one on the whole wasn't. So
he's wrong. He's wrong about his own last name. Omar, there are going to be 2 Cap series this summer. Symbol of Truth is a Cap Wilson, and Sentinel of Liberty as writers. Thank you, sir. Kiketo's wrong about his own last name. I love it. You do see Janice Bell. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, this should be really good.
Son of Captain Marvel. Iron Man Volume 4, Books of Korvac. I've been enjoying this run. Collecting Iron Man 20 through 25 and the Hellcat Iron Man Annual.
Wait. Reading, go back up. It's with Korvac, the power cosmic, and a nasty morphine addiction. Oh, Tony Stark had the morphine addiction.
Not Korvac.
I thought Korvac. And I was like, that's a very strange downshifting of the stakes. You know, awesome cosmic power, but then he has a morphine addiction. Okay, Tony Stark has the morphine addiction.
Iron Man Heroes Return to Complete Collection, Volume 2. Collecting Iron Man 15 through 25, Annual 99, Thor 17, Peter Parker, Spider-Man 11. Oh, so it's got the 8 days. What was it called? The Judgment Day, 8 days of Judgment or something like that. Juggernaut 1, Iron Man, the Iron Age 1 and 2. Mech Strike, Monster Hunters. These things are so fun. I don't care. People like the last one that was Christos Gage writing and Paco Diaz. Both very good creators. The last one was by Jeffrey Chamba Cruz, did the artwork, and his art is phenomenal. Bounty Hunters, Volume 5. So that series is still continuing, collecting issues 23 to 27. Dr. Aphra, great cover. Series hasn't captivated me as much as the Gillen run, though. This is written by Alyssa Wong. Minkyu Young is doing the art, and issues 21 through 25. Wow, the variants by Gail Simone and Phil Noto.
This one I'm looking forward to. Gail Simone has been teasing some of the artwork and stuff. Yeah. It looks really nice.
Collecting the variants 1 through 5. X-Force by Benjamin Percy, Volume 5, 27 through 33. Oh, look at that freaking cover. when it pops up here in a second.
Eventually, we will.
Eventually.
Look at it, so good.
Dave Watcher, Roy Thomas. Oh, I was gonna go X-Men Legends 1 through 6. Roy Thomas. Miss Marrow. Why is Miss Marrow there? Huh.
I mean,
It's cool.
I
like
guess
it.
it's continuing more of the X-Men Legends stories, right?
I don't know about this one. It looks like Wolverine is being pumped up with a bicycle pump tube in his rear. I don't know.
I like that. It reminds me of Sam Keith's Wolverine, because Sam Keith would go.
I honestly thought it was
Daniel
Daniel Warren Johnson. I love his art. I don't know if it's him or not, but I don't think it's him. Yeah, I dig it.
Weird neck placement.
Yeah.
I dig it. Aranya, Knight of what? When did she come back?
Unless this is a retro title.
It might be because it says Sean McKeever. Yeah, it is Aranya 7 through 12. Okay.
Okay.
So this is
it's the old series,
books,
the original series.
Says a Mark Brooks cover. Look at that, Todd McFarlane on Conan the Barbarian.
Right.
Yeah, final Conan the Barbarian, volume 10. And this one also went up in price, $150, 944 pages, or was it always? Oh, no, I didn't know the price. Collecting issues 241 to 275 and material from What the number 12. Conan text, man. Fantastic Four by Dan Slott, volume 3. Collecting issues 21 through 30. Empire Zero. The fallout of Fantastic Four, which is the aftermath of Empire. Oh, look at that.
Good heavens.
Wow.
Amazing Spider-Man 252 to 262. Annual 18. My goodness, this is now Masterworks.
Nope.
Volume 24.
Nice.
Crazy. Look, all these Conan haters. What? By crumb.
Remember, just because it's not for you, that doesn't mean it's bad.
You sound like a dad. That's a good dad line, Lars.
I recall this being said by Mark Waid at a convention like 25 years ago.
Okay.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
X-Men animated series.
There's an element of truth to it, though. It's like, stop making these things. Well, stop watching them. I mean, other people might enjoy it.
So, Curtis,
I enjoy this series
fan
right
of
here.
this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love this. I love these comics. I still have a whole bunch of them in my long boxes.
Now you don't have to custom bind them. Now you can just buy the omnibus. throw those comics away.
Yeah.
Based on the cartoon. And then you're also getting the further adventures. 448 pages collecting 1 through 12. Spider-Man 3, Adventures of Spider-Man. Spider-Man Magazine 1 through 13, and Spider-Man Magazine 1 and 2. So that
should have just thrown that in the omnibus.
They should have thrown 400. I'll make note of that, Curtis, so people can know.
Omnibus Volume 2.
Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells. Oh, they're pumping these out. Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. Volume 3, collecting Spider-Man 7 through 12. Wait a minute. So that second volume really is Spider-Man 6 and to be determined. Fantastic Four by John Byrne, Omnibus Volume 2, collecting the remaining run of FF by John Byrne.
There you go.
Wow, Spider-Woman Volume 3.
Volume 3, oh yeah.
26 through 36. Now we're getting into the Chris Claremont stuff in here. For Spirits of Sirens in here, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Siren. Reign of X number 19. Onslaught Revelation. What is that? One shot. X-Men 3. Excalibur 23.
Oh no, 2021. Okay. That was kind of a giant wrap up to Way of X. It's a little confusing because it should have been really just more issues of Way of X, and instead they decided to put it out as a one shot because Onslaught was involved. It was confusing.
Let's see.
This one's
Surfer Epic Collection: The Return of Thanos. Another reprint.
I've been getting.
Nope, this is not a reprint.
No, yeah, this is a new one.
Are you guys
This is
sure
a
I've
new
seen
one.
that cover? Whoa, it's a
Well,
trade,
that's
it's a cover of my trade paperback. Never mind.
Some
Yeah,
of these
they
issues
used
have been
this cover
collected
before.
87 times, but yeah.
But this is filling a big gap in the
Yeah.
Silver Surfer Epic collections, so
Yeah.
it's good to have it.
It is.
Oh, 24 through 38, Enslavers.
Yep.
X-Force Epic Collection with that Jim Chung cover.
Boy.
The Bedlam brother there. I love this era of X-Force. John Francis Moore collecting issues 85 to 100. Oh, this is what we talked about, right, Curtis? How they're going to map the next one, because the next one leads into Peter
The Counter
Million's
X
run.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And they
Warnell stuff.
exactly.
Jonathan Hickman's, oh my goodness, Avengers has now been pushed back to the last week of December, but still coming. Avengers Vision, the Scarlet Witch, A Year in the Life. What is this?
Canceled.
Wait a minute.
Oh, ooh.
Well, huh.
Oh, that was the Vision
Oh,
Scarlet
it's
Witch
the
miniseries.
it's the Saga, isn't it? Isn't that what Saga was?
Well,
Vision
The
Scarlet Witch
Saga,
Saga?
the Saga also had the original 4-issue miniseries from
Right.
a few years before that. This one
Right.
looks like it does not.
Deadpool Bad Blood, Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Okay. Deadpool Black, White, and Blood. This is the trade paperback version.
Hold
The
on,
Defenders.
go back up a second. Jay Baruchel, isn't that an actor?
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong person. Let me
Well,
see
Hold
who
on.
that is.
I'm just gonna Google that name there.
I
Maybe
really
it's like
Canadian
How to
Canadian
Train Your
actor.
Dragon.
Oh, Canadian actor. That's why I don't know him. Oh, he was in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, he's the voice of Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon, in all of the How to Train Your Dragon
Okay.
movies and TV shows.
Wow, good eye, Curtis.
Well, they only have 5 actors in Canada, so Curtis would know who they
Yeah,
are.
that's right.
I'm not saying that. That was Lars, the Norwegian assassin, by the way. I don't hold Near Mint Condition accountable for what he says. The Defenders Epic Collection. Day of the Defenders, 480 pages, $44.99. Collecting the setup for the Defenders and what is the Defenders in here? 1 through 11.
Yep.
As well as the
Only 11 issues
recently
of actual
omnibus.
Defenders, but yeah.
And the last week of the year also has Deadpool Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2. Collecting issues 40 through 71, Ultimate 6, 1 through 7. House of M Omnibus. So many people excited for this one. And one that I was very happy to get to announce. This one has 1,368 pages, so it's a big boy.
Wow.
Thicker than a Snicker, baby. House of M Omnibus, $125. Dr. Aphra has now been moved over to January 10th. I think it was supposed to be this summer, but now January 10th with the reprint of that. Aliens, the original Marvel Years, or the original Years Omnibus Volume 4, also now scheduled for the January release. And that, as they say, is that. Before I go any further,
whatever will we buy coming up? I mean, it's just
What's
a
that?
drought of whatever will we buy in the next few months? It's just a drought of product, isn't it?
No, not a drought. Not at all. If you live in Europe and are interested in pre-ordering or purchasing any of these books, check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're out of Berlin, Germany. And they have a flat rate shipping of €9.90 to all EU countries. And all emails are answered within 24 hours. Tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way by just writing in the code Near Mint Condition, all one word at the checkout, to get free shipping on all EU countries if it's your first order. And they also ship to Germany for €4.90. And that's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. My wife is not here to sing that. So that's it for the catalog. I'll be putting a link in the description of the video. Let me stop sharing the screen really quick. One book, gentlemen, and then we can talk to the chat. One book that you're most excited about.
Oh, can you go through the list again? I can't remember.
I'm not doing that again. We're 2 hours in. We're not doing that again.
I don't know. Still, for me, was the very first one, Black Panther by Christopher Priest.
Okay.
Although I probably will be getting the direct market cover. That one I think I kind of prefer. But yeah, that's for me. Right, it was right there at the beginning.
Curtis.
I'm gonna say it's a tie between
Silver
Surfer Epic Collection, The Return of Thanos, and Spider-Ham, Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham Complete Collection Volume 2.
Why do I let you on this show? Oh yeah. Wolverine Omni 3 for me.
Wolverine Omni 3. Okay.
Wolverine Omni 3. Yeah. Everybody in the chat, if you had to pick one book that you're most excited for from this catalog, September to December, what would that book be? And then we do have to call it a day because holy moly,
it's going on
for 2 hours. How did you talk so much, Curtis?
Someone's asking, has Hellions been rescheduled? Or no, that's out this summer, isn't it?
I think Hellions is in the fall or late summer, early fall. I can't remember, but it's still in the schedule.
It might squeak in just before this. Yeah.
Was X-Men Animated? X-Men Animated is in there. I believe it's in December. In December.
Yep.
But yeah, what one book your House of M Omni? See a lot of that. Maybe Ultimate Spider-Man 2. One more pick. Of course, I picked Wolverine. Oh, Moon Knight, Butcher's Moon. Nice. Okay. Silver Surfer 5. Conan 10. Millie the Barbarian. Not a thing. Wolverine 3. Hickman FF. I love all these different answers. Complete Collection Volume 4. John Byrne FF. Anything Black Panther. Millie the Barbarian. You have to tell that joke twice, didn't you, Jimmy? You just had to get it in there twice. Conan 8 says, I don't want my money in my pocket. Oh, man. Hellions is in August. So
yeah, okay. Yeah, it's right. It's just before this. Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something, Carl Ripley. It was a tie between Wolverine 3 and Spidey 2099, but I have to go with Wolverine 3.
Yeah, for me, Spider-Man 2099 would be the tie.
I'm buying Excuse Your Song just
I'm buying Excuse Your Song just to spite me. Marvel thanks you for buying their filth. Yes.
It's hard to choose between Spectacular Spider-Man or Wolverine. I know, man. It's like Sophie's Choice. Spider-Ham. Oh my gosh. Do you have a separate account named Ricardo Delphin? Is that you, Curtis? There's no way 2 people are excited about Spider-Ham.
There are dozens of us,
baby. Secret Wars reprint, Ultimate Spider-Man 2, War of the Kings, House of M Omnibus, Marvel Man, Komoda. That's right. Wasn't there supposed to be there was. It was in there, John. House of M, Hellions, and Wolverine 3 or Spectacular Spidey, probably Spider-Man 2099. I like Stewart's answer. Hulk Grand Design, Savage Avengers, Ultimate Spider-Man 2. I'm beginning to give up hope on New Mutants OHC. Never give up hope, man. Never give up hope. Fantastic Four Complete Collection by Jonathan Hickman. I think that's like 3 years late. Hickvengers, Conan the Model. Okay, that's better. Perez, Busick, Avengers, Jonathan Hickman's Millie the Model. Oh my God, now you're joining in on that. Kelly Thompson's Black Widow.
Can you imagine? That would be amazing.
No, it would not. I don't think they're canceling the line of Mighty Marvel Masterworks. I only saw one in there too. I will ask about that. Spectacular Spider-Man, Hickman Avengers, Millie the Model by Bendis. You are dead to me, Mr. Awesome. Savage Avengers, only darn Punisher I'm going to get. No, man, there's a Punisher book in there by Jason Aaron. Secret Wars. It won't be a Sophie's Choice for me because I'll buy both and then get evicted. Spectacular or Spider-Man. Oh, and Spider 2099. Silver Surfer Omni. Was that in there? Forgot I watched this live. Sorry, Spectacular. What's up, Matt? How are you, buddy?
Forgot I was watching this live. We've so stupefied them that they forget that we're doing this now.
Okay. What are you talking about, Rebel by Design? What do you call Sophie's Choice where you don't know which to throw off a cliff first? Ghostwriter Volume 4. There's 2 Mighty Marvel Masterworks, Hulk 2 and Black Panther. Still, they were doing one a month, so maybe they'll be in the future catalogs. I hope. You still want that Dazzler Omnibus? I love it. Alan Moore, Miracle Man run getting an omnibus. That's the Miracle Man omnibus in there.
3 covers. Yes.
Yep, 3 different covers. Lars is buying all 3 of them.
I am. It's my punishment for not buying the overpriced ones.
Now, if you live in America, you can check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com. They have books up to 50% off. Tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way through email after you put in your first order, and they can give you free shipping on your next order. First-time customers. They are rebuilding their website, so check them out here in a little bit. I don't know when they'll go live, but there will be a discount code that you can put in, and maybe we'll throw a Near Mint Condition discount code from time to time. Curtis, where is the best place to get Omnis in Canada?
There isn't one.
You're full of
You're full of so much.
Positive.
Well, no,
energy.
actually, it's true because places in Canada just don't offer really great discounts. If you're in Vancouver, I can recommend going to a used bookstore called Pulp Fiction Books on Main Street because they can get you Omnis for 40% off,
Mhm.
but they don't deliver and they don't do online sales, so you have to be in Vancouver.
You gonna tell them Curtis sent you?
Yeah,
Okay.
do that.
Give the
You go
secret
ahead.
knock and the password. Say Curtis sent you. And yeah.
Near Millie condition. Thank you for that. I needed that laugh. But that's it for everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. This was a lot of fun. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon and Spreadshop. Great ways to support the channel. I'll be back. Actually, I have another video coming out today talking about Astro City. I'll be back tomorrow. I think it's the DC the DC upcoming collected editions for July. And Saturday's the live stream. So thank you to my co-hosts. Where can people find you guys? Shut up, Sugar Man.
Well, you can go to epicmarvelpodcast.com and
Mhm.
find me on Facebook and Instagram and on Twitter and on YouTube. And guess what? Actually, just the other day, I decided to try out some TikTok videos.
Oh.
So, yeah, if you can find me on TikTok, I'm just
Are you young and hip?
showing off some comics. I'm not doing any fancy dances or anything like that. It's just me showing comics. Whatever.
Okay.
Very disappointing.
But I'm using the handle Motion Toast. Motion Toast. So you look up Motion Toast on TikTok. For all you youngsters out there.
And very quickly, I'm at madnorwegian.com. And if you are a Doctor Who fan, please check out my A History timeline that I co-write with Lance Parkin. Although I will say of late, 20 years ago, I wrote a G.I. Joe book called Now You Know. And the sales on that took a sudden spike. And I have no idea why, unless it's because I got outed on this channel as having written this G.I. Joe book. So I don't know. If any of you bought it, I thank you. It was 20 years ago. It's not my best work. But if any of you haven't bought it, thank you very much. My comics budget thanks you.
Did you really buy? Did you really write it? I thought that was a joke.
No, I did.
Oh,
I'm not. Again, it was 20 years ago. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's stellar or my best work, but yeah.
Well, at least
now you know.
The sales went up on that.
The sales went up, but I have no idea why, unless it's thanks to this channel. So.
All right. Well,
there you go.
You're welcome, Lars. I'll take my
now he can buy. Lars can buy that chicken sandwich.
I can. Yes.
Everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button on the way out. Stay healthy and safe, and much love.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.